What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over the new turbos I got. Not necessarily going over them, but I'm just going to show them to you guys, and then I'm going to be taking my car to the shop to get them installed. But with this, it's not only the turbos. If you come along here in my basement setup, I have my inlets, my outlets, the load of hardware from VRSF, and then I also have more hardware over here from Beamer World for the turbo upgrade. Alright, the story behind this is I really didn't want to do a turbo upgrade yet. I wanted to save up for money down the road to go a big turbo or like dock racing, but my stock rear turbo was starting to go bad and the seal was going bad. So I was burning and leaking oil like crazy, causing a lot of smoke. It wasn't pretty, and my car wasn't operating to like the best ability it could. So I just was looking through turbos and everything because I really didn't have a lot of money to spend on turbos yet. But then I came across the Dynamic Autowerx turbos. I'm gonna get to those in a second. But since my whole engine's gonna be taken apart because I'm getting the turbos in, I also bought the inlets through VRSF as well as the outlets from VRSF. This kit I'm not gonna install, like I said, because my shop's gonna be doing all the work anyway. And then also this is from Beamer World. The shipment took, I ordered everything through Dynamic Autowerx. I'll put their link in the description, but everything came from their private seller. It took about a little over like 3.5–4 weeks from the order date to get delivered to my house. And as you can see, I still have the twin turbo set up, but these turbos here, they are a little better than stock. They are the Dynamic Autowerx 775 RS twin turbo set. It's gonna push a little more horsepower than stock. With a tune, it should put up good numbers, but with these turbos, since they have more power, everything, like, it's not mandatory, but all the upgrades I showed you before are required for the turbos to run good, because you don't want the turbos to overpower all the stock inlets and outlets and have more issues. But these are the turbos here, look good, turbo manifolds, and once again these are the Dynamic Autowerx 775 RS's. And they are the stage 2 pluses. So my car was smoking really bad, and it was only out of the passenger side exhaust for the most part. So I narrowed it down after doing the oil filter housing gasket. I did the PCV valve, and then I also did the walnut blast on my car, and also the oil catch can. So those are all like my oil maintenance mods, if you like to call them. So I was trying not to think it was the turbos, but process elimination, all the oil maintenance was done. And it wound up being a turbo anyway because it was coming out of one exhaust pipe. But anyways, I'm gonna throw a couple videos I shot through my phone up on the screen so you guys could see how much it was smoking, and it wasn't pretty, and it had like a really bad oily stinky smell to it. But I'm gonna throw them up on the screen now, and meanwhile I'm gonna pack up all my parts, get them in the boxes, and make my way to the shop. And this here is all the hardware. I'm not gonna pretend to know what I'm talking about. I really have no idea, but this is all the hardware here. You can see every single bag individually wrapped from Beamer World. Everything looks like it's here. But one thing, I can't really tell you what's here, what's not here. But Chris is just gonna go along, show you all the hardware pieces that was given to me. They're all labeled, so I'm assuming it makes it for an easier install. And once again, this install came out of nowhere. Like, I wanted to do it on my own, but between college and work and everything, I really can't get the time out to do all the research, throw my car up on a jack, and just try to go at it myself. So this needs to be done as soon as possible. That's why I'm just giving it to my shop. I was going to try to do it myself, make a learning experience out of it, but didn't have the time. Dropped off the car, it's at the shop. All Out Motorworks in Hicksville. Great guy, he did my downpipes too. But the car is here. He said like 2 to 3 days for the install. So I'll keep you guys posted with it. What are you doing? Taking the Jenny. We're going to get the Beamer. See how it's going. peep the 2 taillights.
Stop, don't make fun.
Alright guys, we're at the shop. We got quite the lineup. Got the E30. We got the 335 and then the M3 E92. Both of them. Alright guys, we're back from the shop. The car is running good, running faster than it was before. But here we go, we're just taking a look at all the stock parts. All dirty and oily. Got one turbo here. I think this here was the bad turbo. As you can see, all the oil inside this. If you want to come a little closer. That's dirty. That's filled with oil over there. So I'm pretty sure this was the bad turbo of the two, which was causing all the smoke and everything, because I now have drove the car a good amount and no smoke whatsoever. And then you come to this turbo here and it's dirty again in here, but it's not oil, it's just like old and dirty. This one here, you're clearly able to see the oil in it. I'll put them side by side. This one here is the bad turbo. You could clearly see all the oil on it. And then we go over to the better of the 2 turbos that wasn't bad. And that doesn't have oil on it. But once again, these are the stock turbos. Put that guy back in. And then here we have the stock outlets. Pretty small. And then this here too. The stock inlets is what made a really big difference. These are like really like rectangular, I guess you would call them. The new ones are like big in circle, so there's like a lot more airflow going on. But all this stuff's all oily and disgusting. The turbo kit itself came out to like 2,500 for everything, turbos, inlets, outlets, and the kit. And then the labor came out to like 1,800, but expensive job, but it was worth it. The car's running good, running healthy, no more oil. Alright guys, the clip you just viewed was supposed to be the outro of the video. I filmed that. I said the car was running smooth, it was running good, no oil. Smooth was correct. No oil was correct, but good wasn't correct. A couple hours after I filmed the video, I threw an MHD tune on the car and just screwed it all up. So that last clip we filmed about 4 months ago, and now my car's been running good for about 2 months good. But with the turbos, I put in new spark plugs like you should do, and then after that,
2-step holder, right?
Yes, 2-step holder. 2-step holder spark plugs with the turbos, outlets, and whatever else I did. And then I threw an MHD Stage 2 tune on the car. But the Stage 2 tune, it wasn't enough. Like, it wasn't a proper tune for the car. I needed a performance tune, but I'll get to that in another video. And running the MHD map Stage 2 tune fried my ECU. So I had a terrible misfire. So I had to get a new ECU for my car. The 2007 335, it runs an MSD 80 ECU, and from 2008 and on runs an MSD 81 or newer, which MHD Stage 2 is safe to run on 2008 and newer, which is the MSD 81. But if you have an 07 and you plan to run the Stage 2 tune through MHD, just be careful, because you do have the MSD 80 ECU, and you might have the same problem I did. So I fried my ECU. I had to put a new ECU in the car, and along with that, I also did new injectors and new coil packs. So that also was a pretty hefty bill on top of the turbo job 2 weeks prior. But the injectors I'm running, I don't know how exactly they get classified, but now I'm running, it's called, I think, a stage 12 injector. And what I was running previous was a stage 1 injector. So BMW made 11 new injectors after what I had in my car. So everything is up to date with the car. The tune, right now, I'm still going back and forth with Wedge a little bit here and then. But I got my performance tuned through them. But I plan to make like MHD video on it. But instead of doing a regular map tune in my video, I'm going to do the custom map through Wedge. But guys, that's it. Like I said, the turbos are in, everything's done. You just have to be careful after you get the turbos in and the spark plugs and everything. You have to be careful what tune you run and everything, because running MHD stage 2 wasn't the smartest idea. I thought it would be okay, but wound up frying my ECU and made a lot more work for me. But guys, that's it. It's a little tricky of a topic. I'm still learning everything myself, hence why I'm recording this 4 months after. I wanted to get all of my facts right for the most part. And if you guys have any comments or questions about what the process is, how it goes, leave it down in the comments or shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm always down to talk, discuss, and if you have any information to give me on it, would be cool too. But whatever. That's it for this video, guys. Sorry it took a long time to finish and everything. It was a big, complicated process. But that's it, guys. Just drop a thumbs up if you haven't already, and also subscribe if you haven't, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.